pretty much the rainy season now. Oh my gosh! It seems Comfey has been spotted near certain areas. Flower festival? What the heck is this? My biggest fears is getting kidnapped, although I am trying to accept it with grace because I don't recognize this person. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the channel. Happy Friday. So happy to have you here. And let's see what sort of Pokemon show up. So I didn't really catch anything interesting yesterday. Actually, I don't think I caught anything at all, but nothing interesting showed up. No routes or Stuffle or even Dratinis. But let's see if our luck is a little better today. It is pretty much the rainy season now. And it was raining yesterday and I had like the biggest headache. And I know for some people with the pressure change and everything, you can develop headaches when it's raining. My boyfriend, his knees were hurting yesterday because of it. And I remember when I used to work with older people, one thing they would tell me is, oh, my knee's acting up, it's going to rain today or tomorrow. So my boyfriend is now one of those people. Me, not yet. I still just get the headaches. But one thing that I was always able to feel, quote unquote, when I was younger was whether or not it's going to rain. And I could tell just because my skin would get oilier, but you could just feel the change in the air. Like the air just feels so much more thicker. And it smells different too. There's a specific scent. And I want to catch that Squirtle. But I only have 2 biscuits and the Togepi here is hungry, so I don't have a good one. I think I'm going to give a Poke Biscuit to Togepi and hopefully wish that the Squirtle comes during snack time so that I could pick it up then. I haven't yet redeemed any of my sleep points since the reset of the shop, but I probably should. I desperately need more Poke Biscuits. And as for portrait, should I do Squirtle or Pichu? I'll do Pichu since I don't know, is anyone trying to raise any of the electric Pokemon that they caught after the event? Also, I ranked up yesterday, so I'm rank 52 now. 3 more levels away from max, which is pretty exciting. And Chikorita's really doing some good work there. Well, not Chikorita. Bayleaf. Oops. Accidentally triggered Jigglypuff, but that's fine. It would have been +0 anyways, I think. So I reached grade 5 last night. I'm thinking by the end of this week I'm going to be like Ultra 3. But we will see, depending on also how many critical meals. I think I've got like 3 critical meals so far with the smoothie. Oh, and there's another one, so pretty lucky. The Dedenne really helps a lot. My throat keeps getting stuck. All right. I feel like I'm losing my voice. All right, we finally reached Ultra 1. And let me get a sip of water real quick. All right, so we got our sip of water in. Hopefully that will be a lot better. And let's see how lucky we are in today's lottery. I'm a little quiet today because my boyfriend's working from home. So I don't want to be too loud. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I saw the new arrival last night, but this one here is new. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I love flowers, so this to me is so exciting. So it seems Comfey has been spotted near certain areas. Maybe this is thanks to the sleep research you've all been conducting. It may be possible to encounter it during sleep research too. We hope you're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it so much. So, Comfey details. Comfey or Comfey? So, starting April 22nd, which is next week, Greengrass, Cyan, and Lapis Lakeside. I think I'm gonna go to Cyan Beach for this one. Not Greengrass because, I don't know, I just feel like it's such the vibe for Cyan Beach, right? So I'm gonna go there. And let's see the flower festival. What the heck is this? So we see a Comfey, a Leafeon, who's finally getting much love, and a Togepi. So the flower festival event lasts from 4 a.m. Okay, so it starts on the 22nd and it'll end on the 29th. And during this event, you'll be able to meet Pokemon of various sleep styles regardless of your own. In particular, grass type and fairy type will be more likely to appear. You may even meet a shiny. If I get a shiny Comfey, I wish. Oh my god, that would be so awesome. Also during this event, Snorlax's requested dishes will be set to salads, okay? And the final strength value for this dish will be multiplied by 1.5. Alright, so that might change things. I'll see whether or not my team is better suited for a Greengrass Isle for Salad Week with the randomness of the favorite berries, or if I can pull something together for Salad Week in Cyan. Alright, so note that the multiplier for extra tasty dishes will be different depending on the day. On Sunday, extra tasty dishes will give 4.5 times as much strength, and on the other days it will give 3 times as much. Okay, and during this week-long event, one of the Pokemon that will visit during sleep research will for sure arrive hungry. So this applies only to 1 sleep session per day, so if you take naps, it won't really matter. But I'm gonna take naps anyways. And this effect applies separately from the hungry effects of friend incense and good camp tickets. So if you use your good camp ticket and friend incense together, at least 3 Pokemon will show up hungry for sure during the research. And in addition, through limited time missions during the event, you can get great rewards such as Comfey incense. We hope you're looking forward to it. So bonuses we already went through. And alright, now let's look at the Pokemon that are easier to encounter during the event. So greater appearance rate for Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Bellsprout, Weeping Bell, Victory Bell, Chikorita, Bayleaf, Meganium, and Leafeon. And then for the fairy types, we've got Clefairy, Clefable, Jigglypuff, Wigglytuff, Cleffa, Igglybuff, Togepi, Togetic, Togekiss, Sylveon, and Comfey. So quite a bit. Oh, we'll see the map related ones now. So oh, they're showing up on Topalo too. So if you want a Comfey, it'll be Greengrass, Cyan, and Lakeside, as mentioned earlier above. But let's see. I already have a good Igglybuff, and it seems like if I go to Snowdrop, Snowdrop is the only one that doesn't have Igglybuff, but going there would not allow me to catch Comfey. I'm not going to go to Lapis Lakeside. So I think I will go to Greengrass simply because I do want to catch a better Bulbasaur, since the Bulbasaur that I have and the other decent ones that I have tomato on the second and third slot, and I want a pure honey one. So going to green grass would probably be my best bet, but it is competing with a much larger pool of different Pokemon, so I don't know, it's gonna suck having a repeat shiny, but it is what it is, right? But I'm so happy. I wonder if this is like a sort of nod to the Cherry Blossom Festival that's happening in Japan. Supposedly, it came late this year also. So we got an achievement for reaching Ultra 1 at Lapis Lakeside. Let's go to the research community now. So, my boyfriend and I have started taking omega-3 supplements. We used to take them, we used to be pretty good at taking them back then, but ever since we moved and everything, I don't know, we just fell out of our vitamin game. So he requested that we start taking them again, and we did. And he pointed out to me that ever since taking them again, he started having vivid dreams, like weird vivid dreams that he wouldn't remember them. And I was like, oh, that's weird. That hasn't happened to me until today. Last night, I had the weirdest dream. One of my worst fears come to life in dream form. One of my biggest fears is getting kidnapped, because I feel like the deep sense of helplessness that you get from getting kidnapped is just something that really shakes me to the core and makes me so scared. So yeah, getting kidnapped, my biggest fear. And in my nightmare last night, I got freaking kidnapped. I don't remember most details of like what sort of organization or evil people kidnapped me, but I just remember there was like this head honcho dude, super evil, and then his sidekick who was a woman. Sad to see it, but yeah. And in my head, I thought maybe I could, manipulate her, get her to be my friend, and hopefully through that escape when she's not paying attention. And I don't know what really happened, but towards the end of my nightmare, before I woke up, I remember that she agreed to take the bus with me back to my neighborhood, and I was like, sweet, that would be my time to run away. Oh, Evo Stevo, congrats on the shiny Caterpie. So cute. But yeah, my plans didn't really work out. She had a lot of people that were pretending to fill up the space there that were actually working with her, so that if I did attempt to escape, there were people around to catch me. And Francis caught a shiny Gulpin, which is a beautiful raspberry blue color. So yeah, my first attempt failed, but I think afterwards, seeing my desperation, and I don't know, maybe the human part of her just clicked in, she decided to let me go. I also remember there was this one part during my dream where I was like, please, please, please let me go. I promise I won't tell the cops. They always say that. But then clearly I think the people kidnapping you would never believe that, right? And yeah, just throughout the entire time I could tell she really struggled with the thought of keeping me or letting me go. And in the end I was able to escape, but it was very scary. Remember, I feel like I'm forgetting something else, but oh yeah, so because I had to be like super close with her, right? The Stockholm syndrome truly kicked in. I started caring for the woman. Then again, I didn't know her circumstances or like what led her to that path of life to do that. And yeah, that was my very weird, scary, vivid dream of last night. And I haven't had a vivid dream in a very long time. So now I'm wondering if it's also because of the omega-3s. Also, I don't know how many of you take collagen supplements, I started taking a new one from this brand called Organic with a K at the end. And I just hate whenever they write like unflavored and all that stuff. Bullshit. There's freaking flavor to it and it tastes like goddamn shit. It's so goddamn nasty. So I just, at the end of the night, my routine would be that I pour some cranberry juice and then I put Yakult, a little bit of coconut juice for hydration, and then a scoop of the collagen powder. And this is marine collagen powder. And if you've had marine collagen powder, you will know there's like this nasty taste to it. And I would just chug it. I want to get it over with. I want to chug it. I don't even breathe, because if you breathe, you taste it. And yeah, I don't know if it's working because it's not even been a week yet, but we will see. I know it might sound crazy, but I am a little self-conscious about jowling, which happens with people as you age, you lose like facial fat in your face, which is natural, you know, like how people shed baby fat once they reach their 20s. Yeah, you continue doing that. You continue doing that as you age. And the scary thing about aging, although I am trying to accept it with grace because it is a privilege to age, but it's so tough sometimes as a woman when everything is targeted for anti-aging and aging is like something you should avoid. And it's so hard to come to terms with, but I'm trying my best to come to terms with it. But at the same time, it's just, I read somewhere that there's 2 points in your life where the first moment is in your early mid-20s to early 30s, where you look at yourself in the mirror and you start to not recognize yourself anymore because you're starting to see the first signs of aging, and it slowly creeps up to you until one day you notice it. And then the second time this happens for a woman in her life is when she looks in the mirror and you truly cannot recognize the face that you see anymore, even though you still feel the same that you do inside. And I don't know, there's a little bit of like bittersweetness to that, because you get to see how full of a life you've lived up until that moment, where you get to notice that. But also, it's so scary how life passes you by so quick, and then one day you just look at yourself in the mirror and you don't recognize yourself anymore, you know? There's this video that I watched, actually, this street interviewer, and he was asking this guy like, what's the craziest thing about growing up? And he's probably in his 60s, and if I remember correctly, he said something along the lines of, one day you wake up, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, holy shit, I don't recognize this person. But inside, you still feel like the same 20-year-old that you did years ago. And it's crazy, because I feel like mentally we all reach a part where you fully develop who you are, what your preferences are, what your personality is. And that doesn't really change as you get older, once you solidified that sort of foundation of yourself, you know? But the external factors, those things change, and you know, it's a life journey having to accept it. And I don't know, maybe some of you guys that are older are looking at me and you're like, oh, you still got so much life ahead of you. But I don't know, when you were like around my age of life, did you feel that way? And what is it like later on, you know? I think also for me, the huge kicker was when I saw my mom, because I don't live with her anymore. And I feel like every time I see her, I just see the effects of aging, and it breaks my heart, because it's also a reminder that I don't have much time with her left. But at the same time, it's like, wow, you're kind of reintroducing yourself to a person, a parent that, you know, in my head, I still picture her as in such a young way, you know? So it's weird to know that, to see that I'm growing up, but also she's growing as I'm growing. And it's just so weird, let me tell you that much. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me with this video. I know it's like a little weird. Hopefully you didn't get too much in your feels on a Friday. But yeah, those are just some thoughts that I had, and I thought I would share in case any of you guys are also going through something like that, or I don't know, had that thought before as well. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me in this video. Hope you enjoyed, regardless of how melancholic it may have been. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a beautiful Friday. It is still quite humid and damp where we are, so I kind of want to go outside, but at the same time, I just know I'm going to get so like oily and I don't want to break out. Very sensitive to the weather and stuff when it comes to my skin. So we'll see what we will do this Friday. There's also this new Netflix documentary about 4chan, like the 4chan stuff, and I want to watch that, so maybe I'll watch it today. But enjoy your Friday, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Take care, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.